I can officially announce that our new stadium is called Mark Ball Park. Beautiful. So in the last episode I did ask you guys to suggest names, and Mark Ball Park or Mark Balls Park or Ball Park came out on top really. Someone suggested the Ball Pit, quite like that, or the Mark Bowl. But I think Mark Ball Park, well, it'd probably just be shortened to Ball Park. You know, it works, it's fitting. And you guys voted for Mark Ball to be the guy that we name the stadium after. I think he got 45% of the vote. Let me just check. A second, let's have a look. Yep, 45% of the vote for Mark Ball. I got 35%, and 21% of you said we should just keep it as the Regen Rovers Stadium. So yeah, Mark Ball, he deserves it, I think. Kind of nice to name it after a player, especially as eventually I suppose I will leave. I guess Mark Ball will leave as well. Be great if he could become the manager one day. That would be incredible, but I doubt that will happen. It's very, very unlikely that he'll become a manager, but you never know. Anyway, in today's episode, we're going to be playing our first match in the newly named stadium. Of course, we've played in this stadium, but it was just called the Regen Rovers Stadium. The first match as Mark Ball Park will be against West Ham United. Unfortunately, our first Champions League game is not at home. Our Champions League group, it's okay. We can try and get revenge against Inter for losing against them in the Europa League semi-final a couple seasons ago. I don't know how powerful Stuttgart and Lyon are on this save, but we will find out. Inter did beat Lyon 3-0 in the first match. So I think Inter are our biggest challenge. Stuttgart today away from home. Excited about that one. I'll just put the draw on the screen. We were in pot 1 because we won the Europa League, of course. Anyway, since you last saw me, we've played 3 games and we haven't lost. We beat Chelsea 1-0. Novak with the only goal of the game from a throw-in routine, actually. Peter Boyce, on loan from Arsenal, he has had to play left wing because Lenz and Tasakovic were injured at the same time. I've actually changed. Smith and Boyce have both sort of switched roles during games if it's not working. We drew 2-2 away from home against Brighton. They went 2-0 up, but we came back into it and got salvaged a point. Our 2 central midfielders with the highest average ratings in this game, which is very unusual for us. But fortunately, Aloisi and Kotsek were heavily involved in getting us back into this game. Aloisi scored the first goal for us, and then it was a penalty from Navarrete that won us that 1 point. Not a bad point away from home against a Brighton team that have done very well in this particular universe. It's a great finish from Aloisi from outside the box with his left foot into the corner. And then a 2-1 win against Aston Villa. We had to really grind out this result. I put out a slightly weaker team thinking of the Stuttgart game in midweek, and it was tough. Our new goalkeeper Antonello pulled off probably 3 world-class saves plus a penalty save, which kept it at 0-0 at the time. What a brilliant penalty save that is. Unfortunately, they scored from a direct free kick, but then we turned it around thanks to Navarrete, who has been really good this season. Unfortunately, Anthony is out injured he got a 4 to 5 week injury, so we've played Mark Ball up front. Going to be playing Kelechi today, and then Mark Ball in Mark Ball Park against West Ham. That was really jittery, wasn't it? I don't know what's going on there. The second goal I really enjoyed though. The winning goal. I really thought we were going to lose this at one point, but it was a fantastic finish from Navarrete. He brought it down expertly and then smashed it into the top left-hand corner. Love it. So, today's match against Stuttgart. By the way, my ear's still broken. It's been an entire weekend and my ear is still broken. Now, over the weekend, I'll talk about this in a second actually. We'll get on with the game. This is the lineup. You'll see Tasakovic out injured for up to 2 months. I think it was a 3-month injury. And Van den Broek, of course, is out and basically until the new year. And Anthony's just coming back from injury. He's still got a bit of time until he is back. So Safet, Kelechi up front. We've got Aloisi and Kotasek as a Kotasek, something like that, in the central midfield. Lenz is back though. That's a really big boost. But yeah, I mean it's all right. It's a bit of a blow having all these injuries, but we've coped for the time being. So yeah, over the weekend I was at Sports Interactive, the creators of Football Manager, along with a few other creators. We're allowed to say this because we're allowed to post it on Twitter, so it's not a secret. we were able to play Football Manager 2020 like an alpha version and record some content which will be coming out soon before the beta is released, I do believe. I'm not sure when the beta's coming out. We've not been told anything like that, so I can't, and even if I was told, I probably wouldn't be allowed to say, but we weren't told anything. But that's exciting. I'm looking forward to FM20. Of course, I don't know what I'm doing yet, and I've said that a few times. And it's a, I don't know. Obviously, Regen Rovers unfinished project at the moment, so it will continue. I'm hoping I can finish this season before the beta comes out. But that, I don't know. It depends how quickly I can get through this season, really. But either way, if we feel at the end of this season it is an unfinished project, I will continue and I'll play the game from time to time. It will probably be quite a slow process, but there will be the odd episode here and there. Anyway, here we go on the attack. It's crossed in. Here's Safet Kelechi. Navarrete. Oh, I don't know why Kelechi didn't shoot himself, but that was a chance for Navarrete as well. Here's Laurent or Laurent. I'm going with Laurent because I like that, even if it is wrong. Here's Matt Smith. Into Lens. Good to have him back. Navarrete. Blunderbussing his way through. Here's Aloisi. Is he going to have a shot? He does, but it's an easy catch for the goalkeeper. Let's get creative. It's been all us so far. 7 shots to their 0. We deserve to be in the lead in our first ever Champions League game. It's nice to be over in Germany for this one. And this is exciting. I've not really talked about it, have I? But yeah, it's exciting that we're in the Champions League for the first time. Hopefully we can win our first ever Champions League game. But I suppose any point away from home would be very decent. Novak's cross is blocked, and this is an opportunity for Stuttgart to counter. This is going to be their first shot of the game, and I bet it's going to be a goal. It's a fantastic tackle, and the rebound goes in. Their first shot of the game is a goal, and that's how cruel Champions League football can be. It's a brilliant tackle. And then it's just kind of opened up for their player to knock it into the far side of the goal, because of course Antonello had gone across to that side to cover. Bit of a blow, but it's a free kick here to Stuttgart. That's wide. We deserve to at least be drawing this game. It's chucked into the box and headed away as far as Matt Smith. He's had a fantastic season so far at left back. It's a great ball out wide to Lens. Lens crosses it in. Navarrete. It's Safet Kelechi with his first goal of the season. And that's why Lens is important. He can put a decent cross in. Didn't get a huge number of assists last year. It was all about his goals, really. But he is dangerous on that left-hand side. It really was a good pass from Matt Smith with his weaker right foot to find Lens. Nice open space for him. But then it was 2 players closing him down. He put in a perfect cross. Nice finish in the end as well. 1-1. We're back in this. Our first ever Champions League goal scored by Safet Kelechi, who has recently become a British citizen, which really does help the foreign player rule, which is tricky these days. Here's Lens. Matt Smith crosses it in. Chance for Rios. It's nodded in by Isidoro Rodriguez. Rios with the assist. Our 2 centre-backs combining brilliantly. They've got a brilliant understanding at the back, but they're starting to... I mean, at one point, Rios and Loda had a fantastic attacking ability from corners together, like the combination between them. But I think Rios and Rodriguez are starting to understand each other in the opposition box as well. They scored a few last year. Rios is deadly, as we know. But he created that one. Let's keep it up. We're winning our first ever Champions League game, and we deserve to be. After that setback, after they scored against the run of play, we've come back, turned it around, got it on attacking. I think we'll drop it back to balanced, and we've won a corner. And we know we're dangerous from corners. Lens crosses it in, headed away, and Kotasek, our Mexican, is after it. Into Novak. Novak to Isidoro Rodriguez. He's got Matt Smith in company. It's into Novak again. Novak has the shot. What a finish! What a finish from Novak. Second goal of the season. That is a beautiful strike. And, you know, we had some concerns about him because he came in, big money in January, and didn't really live up to the expectations. But a couple of goals this season already. He's done all right. That's a goal of the season contender, I think, as well for us. I suppose we should make some changes maybe after this highlight. 19 shots for us, 51% possession, a couple clear-cut chances. We've been good. Here's Kotasek, has the shot off the crossbar. Navarrete, after having a really good season this year, dropped off a bit today. We'll rest him ahead of the next game. Mark Ball's coming on. Although we don't want him to get injured, do we, before his first ever game in his stadium. It's his stadium. It really is. Tarasenko with the corner. Oh, and it's headed over by Russ. I suppose if we'd had a new stadium built, when we were sort of League One days, or Championship days, it probably would have been named after Okoro. Okoro's missed out, hasn't he? Just because Mark Ball's become an even bigger legend since sort of the Championship days, I suppose. Here's Laurent into Novak. Novak. Kotasek out wide to Laurent. Crossed in, Mark Ball! First goal of the season, and he scored in the Champions League. I think he's scored in every single competition we've ever played in. Well, since League 2, obviously. That is probably the case, isn't it? And it's very, very impressive. I'm just going to make a change. Mark Gale's going to come on for Rodriguez at the back. A few minutes of game time for him. Nice assist from our new right back, new Belgian right back on loan from Real Madrid, of course. Got a sec involved. But Laurent did well. I mean, there wasn't really much closing down, to be fair. But it's a lovely finish at the near post from Mark Ball. What a legend. It's only fitting that he gets a goal in the Champions League. He's off the mark. Hasn't scored in the Premier League yet this season, though. But a 4-1 win in our first ever Champions League game. Very impressive. We're finding, well, so far, the Champions League easier than the Premier League this year, I think. It's been some tough games so far in the league. But that was an incredibly impressive and dominating performance from us. Man of the match goes to Novak. 9.0 from him. That goal was stupendous. Defensively solid as well. Mark Ballpark. Look at the beautiful stands. It's special. A special day for Mark Ball. Club captain playing up front alongside our new vice captain. He's taken over the role from Will Loader. Navarrete, usually the captain on the pitch, I suppose, when Mark Ball isn't playing. Rest of the team stays the same. The West Ham team then, they've got a captain up front as well. Valentin, a Dutch striker, alongside Juan Manuel, Spanish international striker. Obviously very good. Their best performing player so far this season is their left winger, who's usually a striker by the looks of it. 3 caps for England. They've got some good players, actually. Yeah, going to be tough. But as always, we'll give it all, especially as this is the unveiling of the new name for the stadium. Ballpark. Going to the ballpark. It works. It's nice. Out we step onto what will hopefully become very famous turf. A very famous pitch. Hopefully there'll be lots of glory here. Anyway, off we go. Currently 6th in the Premier League table as it stands. I think we're 7th actually. But 6th with this point, if we can get a point. Here's a free kick. Lenz crosses it in. It's headed away as far as Navarrete to Rios. Rios back to Novak, who curls it onto the post. And oh, it didn't quite fall to whoever that was. It'd be lovely if Mark Ball can score today. Oh no, that's a red card tackle from Lenz. What is he doing? What are you doing, Lenz? Been injured for most of the season, then plays a good game against Stuttgart, and then today, what was that all about? I think Mark Ball's going to have to go to the left wing. Disaster. Game plan out the window. The first ever match as the Mark Ball Park, and we've got a red card. Well, the Regen Rovers way is to make things difficult. It's not been the case really in recent years, but traditionally it has been, as we have a long range shot from outside the box from a corner. It's cleared as far as Novak is charging after it. Navarrete will be playing up front by himself for the majority of this game. That's cleared up towards him. Can't get on the end of it. And West Ham take possession. That's knocked through. This is a chance for the Dutch striker. Brilliant tackle by Rios. Unbelievable tackle. Our defence is fantastic. Laurent into Aloisi. Laurent again. Into Kotasek. He's fed it through. Brilliant to Navarrete. Navarrete's through and he's gone for the chip. And it's straight into the hands of Plummer. Bit annoying that I'm playing Mark Ball on the left wing in his first game in this state. Maybe I'll swap him with Navarrete. Or Kalechi can come on. He can play left wing. Kind of. Oh, it's a Lenz. Why have you done that? It's so annoying. Okay, I'm going to put Mark Ball up front by himself as an advanced forward, so because he can't play as a complete forward. Kalechi's going to come on for Navarrete on the left. After having a fantastic few games, he suddenly dropped off for today's episode. Camera shy. Let's go. Second half. We're lucky to be 0-0, I suppose. West Ham haven't done anything, but it just shows how solid our defence is, I suppose, to be down to 10 men and holding on for this. Not bad at all. Not really sure what to say to them. Here come West Ham. Bit of possession for them. Passing it around us. Juan Manuel. Valentin. Moreno. Dominguez. This is nice play from them. Looks dangerous. Looks ominous. Jimenez. Oh no. Oh, it's off the post. Was it off the post or saved? I don't know. Either way, it didn't go in. Got some tired legs out there. Champions League football in midweek. Down to 10 men today. It's tricky. We're going to bring on Darren Brush for Novak. Obviously had a very good game midweek, but let's try something a bit different. Of course, someone did point out he really should be a sweeper with that name. Or a curler. Curling. I like curling. I like the Winter Olympics curling. I enjoy watching that. I'm going to make my last change. It looks like it's going to finish 0-0, which is all right, I suppose. Tarasenko's going to come on for the last few minutes. Considering the circumstances, a 0-0 is a good point. But it's a shame Lens has basically let Mark Ball down because we've not been able to attack as we would hope. And it's not allowed Mark Ball to score a goal in his new stadium. But hopefully he'll score one before too long. Maybe he's going to be a Champions League striker this year. There he is winning a header, but it does finish 0-0. Lens lets us down. Defensively fantastic. Rios man of the match, probably for that tackle. That was unbelievable. Really good tackle from Rios. I'm going to say that I should probably tell Lens off. Where is he? Cautious. Calmly. Disappointed in you getting sent off. It's motivated and inspired him, so that's worked nicely. Man City in the League Cup. Now, it's a bit of a tough draw. But we finished above them last year, didn't we? So we've got to fancy our chances. Did we finish above them? I think we did. Of course, it's been slow. I swear the game's really slowed down in the last few days. Anyway. We're going to get some money from Flanagan. We're going to get £2 million from the Flanagan deal. Howard Flanagan. How are you getting on, Howard? At Reading. Pretty awful average rating last year. 5 assists this year. Not great either. But he's close to giving us £2 million. I'm going to fine Lens 2 weeks. That was just a disgraceful tackle. And he's accepted it. He had to, didn't he? Oh, it's looked so good. Mark Ball Park. Love it. I was able to change the name without using the editor or anything. There's like code that you can do behind the scenes. If anyone's interested, then I'll link you. Second Yellow Cards made a video on it. You might know him. Yeah, he made a tutorial a year and a bit ago on how to do it. Anyway, next few matches, like I said, Man City, Arsenal in the league. This is tough. Man City, Arsenal, Inter, Manchester United. Then little old Brockenhurst from the New Forest in the Hampshire Senior Cup. That's nice. So the next video is I'm actually going to show one of the Lyon matches. I'm not sure which one yet. And then after that, we'll show Inter. So I'm showing one of each of the Champions League teams that we're taking on in the group stage. It looks good so far. I'm really hoping we can qualify from our group and go the distance. That would be nice. But yeah, it's tough. It's not quite as tough as the Europa League in terms of fixture congestion. But it is still very tough. And the Premier League has been tough. That's the word of the day, tough. But overall, a positive episode. I think we'll end it there. I'm blabbering here. Until next time, enjoy FM19. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you very soon.